Hey everyone, today I've got your Olympus Has Fallen movie review. I had seen this with not too many high expectations because I know this was a movie I've been really wanting to see, and it has a pretty good cast. It's also directed by the guy who did Training Day. I was really looking forward to some awesome action, and of course stuff was definitely going to go down at the White House. This movie stars Eckhart, who plays the President of the United States. Basically, there's this tragedy that happens in the beginning of the movie during Christmas time, and then like 6 months later or 7 months later, he's sort of like still trying to cope with the tragedy, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but and all this is happening while he's about to have a meeting with the Prime Minister of Korea. At first I get really suspicious because I'm like, okay, I'm trying to think of what's really happening in today's world, and you know, like who are our allies and who are you know, who are other countries like that we can't really trust. We're trying to work together and have like just like, you know, live in a stable environment, and that's when stuff just goes down and things just take a huge like wrong turn for the worse. Gerard Butler, who plays their action hero, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like a huge fan of his, and I definitely feel like I see him like this is the type of role that he is always going to be meant to he's meant to play, and he just looks good at it because like he does it so well, and I just can't picture him like playing somebody other than just like a badass with a gun and all that stuff. Stuff goes down at the White House, the president gets put in the bunker, and everybody is on high alert because there have been some intruders and they're just trying to take over the White House. Basically take the president hostage in the process. It's just mass explosions, huge action sequences, and it does remind me of that Call of Duty game from Modern Warfare 2 where Washington DC is basically up in flames, all these monuments falling apart, and I'm just like, oh man. Like, how can something ever happen like that? Got planes below radar, machine guns going off, people getting killed left and right. I'm just trying to think, how is this even possible? I just think it just doesn't make sense. I mean, shouldn't the White House be one of the most, like, powerful buildings in the United States? I mean, it should be. The president lives there, you know, they've got this huge staff of people, and, get, like, the defense up, you know, it's crazy. While the president is taken hostage by the, crazy leader of the group that is taking over the White House, you've got other like side characters like Angela Bassett. I think she's an incredible actress. I love her, and I even mentioned this in the Trail Thursday video for Olympus Has Fallen, and I remember seeing her in sort of similar roles like in Contact, and I definitely think she plays this role well. She's like a strong female character, and you don't even have to be a fighter. Like, you don't actually have to, like, punch people to be a strong female character. And I loved her in this movie. And I really like characters like that. She was just very witty. She wanted to get business done. When you're working with someone like Angela Bassett, I mean, it must be a blast to work with, because she was just absolutely amazing in this movie. Also, another actor I'd like to mention is Morgan Freeman. He plays the acting president while, you know, they can't obviously get in contact with the real president, played by Eckhart. So Morgan Freeman is playing yet another president because he was originally president in another movie, Deep Impact. It's definitely good to see him back again as sort of a president figure. He's another guy with a really awesome voice, and he's just totally awesome. When Morgan Freeman is talking to, sort of having these like back and forth conversations with Gerard Butler, as his character sort of infiltrating the White House, trying to go in covert op, stealth mode. I love their conversation back and forth, and Gerard Butler was just absolutely funny in this, and I was really surprised. I didn't think that this movie would be taken so seriously. yet it also has a few like comedic moments to it, even though it's like a really serious situation, hoping that the situation gets under control and that, you know, everybody stays safe. Melissa Leo was also in this movie, and I was like, wait, that's Melissa Leo. And she was also one of the hostages, and I really loved her performance and how she just showed so much vulnerability, and it was just scary to watch. I really hate hostage situations because they're just absolutely terrifying, and I mean, even when you've got like a gun pointed at your head and like, you know, you've got people screaming at you, they're trying to get like, these codes for WMDs pretty much. It was just absolutely terrifying. I just did not want to see anything bad happening to these guys because like they did nothing wrong, and the bad guys were just, they were creepy. I did not like them at all. Overall, I would say that this movie, I didn't really know what to expect. It was a good thing because originally I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I just randomly saw it because, you know, it looked like an interesting action movie, and I love action movies, and I like movies that have sort of that element of surprise, and this movie definitely surprised me. I wouldn't say it's the best movie I've ever seen, but I really liked some of the acting, especially from the supporting characters. I really liked them. I don't know if I'd see it again, and I'm definitely going to be looking forward to seeing White House Down, which is another sort of similar type movie coming out. I will also post a review for that when it comes out. And if you guys have seen Olympus Has Fallen, let me know what you guys thought about it. And you guys can also subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys later.